Hello, beautiful Sandra. Hello, hello. Blessings upon you, Divine One. I'm honored to connect with you, and your session was incredibly beautiful and powerful. And I usually do email my session notes. The energy is still so high. Ataneana oa, ataneana oa kea, kiana sawa soa, e iana tauea, tauea, tauea. Okay. I usually email my notes, but many times I am led to do a video, and this was one of those times. So I share this with you here. I write down my notes as I hold the space, and you may experience something totally different than what I share. You may experience something different but has these lines of commonalities, yes? But there's no wrong way to do this, because each individual consciousness is so unique. And what we were doing is we were connecting in the sacred space of your quantum, and we were allowing, anchoring, and I was facilitating a higher vibrational space of connection for your greatest and highest good. So that is what has unfolded and is unfolding, because it is energy in motion. And it will continue to expand with you as you expand and embrace and assimilate and process it. There's a lot of energy still moving. I can feel a lot of energy in my mouth, my face. I did experience a light language activation for you in the space, holding that for you to be available to you as you choose to connect. And that is most likely why there's so much energy still in the mouth. But let me go ahead and go through the notes with you. So immediately there was this sensation of like a swaying of my being. That is a sign to me that we were immediately connecting and moving. We were moving through the quantum. It can be sensed as dizziness, floating, flying, feeling like you've gone very, very deep into a space of your being. There were waves of energy, big waves of energy. Sensations coming in, flooding over, another sensation coming in, flooding over, as we were traveling through the actual spaces of the energetic spaces of you, of your vastness, of your connectiveness to universe, your quantum. I did feel as if I was not able to connect in as easily as I usually am. Now, this isn't with all, but this was with most people. There is a commonality of that connectiveness and the flow of it. And this felt as if when I went to get closer to your space, your core, your essence, your consciousness, I wasn't feeling like there was a space in which it felt busy, if that's the right word, or staticky, like there was a lot of different energy all around, all at the same time. And I needed to calm that space in order then to make the higher vibrational connection, because the energy that I was confronting or being made known of was not coherent with the vibration of Acasma, which is the quantum energy connection that I facilitate, which is a higher vibrational connection that is very peaceful and allows for us to connect into the higher spaces of ourselves. So as I felt the space itself, and again, the energies, the waves of energy were so big, that could have been what was attributing to this. So what I did was what I call the Acasma Diamond Healing. And this is something I teach in my courses, but to relay to you what this is a higher dimensional space, using the geometric shape of the diamond in conjunction or connection with Cosmo quantum energy consciousness. And the diamond shapes are facilitated in such a way around you in your space, and the energy is amping as I'm even speaking this and holding my hands up. So I'm just going to allow my hands to be here. You can receive as you feel to. There's energy flowing through this entire video. You can rewatch as you feel to. Your consciousness will pick up accordingly each and every time it is received. So the Acasma diamond healing was put into place, and that amplified the vibrational space into a coherent alignment that we were able then to move forward in. There was a cylinder of protection brought in for you. There was some energy that felt as if it was, I will use the term noise, but that's not enough, but I will try to convey what I'm saying here. So the energy vibration was like noisy. It was still not a coherent space. It was very noisy. It was very busy. It was very all over the place, sporadic energies. So I brought in another technique, cylinder of protection, and there was some type of density removed. There were several densities removed. And even as I'm talking, I'm being reminded of the understanding of an implant that was also removed from the brain or head area. This is not uncommon. This happens a lot in my work. It's a very higher dimensional work, and there are spaces in the human that have been manipulated over thousands and thousands of years, beyond our understanding truly in the human comprehension. And there are many times are implants, and I have had clients with more than one that are found and removed accordingly for their highest good. But I touch on that later in the notes as well. So then this was very interesting. So I'm working to get through this energy, and I'm using different techniques to get through this energy that is basically chaotic, busy, sporadic, staticky, noisy. And as I'm doing so, I begin to hold these spaces, as I've mentioned to you, with the techniques I use, and I began to see your body, your being, rising up, but it was like I understood it to be a facade of not real you, in a sense. And then I saw the facade, the body that was a fake version of you. I saw it kind of split open and fall off, revealing the real you beneath, and it dissolved and then and fell away, and your original body and being became present. And then I saw your body laying down, and it was being placed inside of a corridor type container that was triangular shaped. So instead of being like an egg shape or an oval or a circle or a square or a rectangle, this was a triangle. So it went up to a point. It had a flat base, exact triangle, but your body was placed inside of this long container that was shaped like a triangle. I understood that this was reconnecting you interdimensionally to your star families and to spaces of your being and other experiences you are having in your quantum dimensionally. And then I saw your body suspended in space, and at this point you were kind of like upright, so your head was up and your arms and your head went back and your eyes were closed, and you were just peacefully hanging. Your arms were hanging and your feet were dangling. Your head was tilted back just a bit, your eyes were closed, and you were in peace. There were waves of colors coming in, purple, green, gold, and I could feel your third eye was expanding and was clearing. It was opening at new levels of itself. And this is when that implant on the left side of the brain or head area was removed. Then I went and did the Cosmo quantum energy session, which is, it's all of this, but this core spaces of my work is I move to the root center of the being, your root center at the bottom of your torso, and I bless your root center with a root reconnection. And this goes down the legs, out the bottoms of the feet, your feet into the earth and allows your root lines, all of us have them, they're energetic connecting points to the planet, and allows them to strengthen and to expand and to activate so that you can truly sense the energies of the earth as you were intended to when you were created on the earth as a human. And this allows you to ground your body in the true sense of grounding, something that we haven't really been able to explore consciously yet until now. And this grounding allows you to then be able to expand into the spaces that you've been longing to remember and you've been knocking on your door yourself, and anchor more of your wholeness and your light into this now space, because you have that anchor, your root lines into the planet, grounding your energy. And this is what I'm here to facilitate. So this was done for you on this spaces and of your being, your body. And then moving up to the soul path reconnection, which comes out the crown of the head area. And this touches on every space that your soul has ever been, ever will be, and is experiencing in a life. So the energy is eternal. You are eternal. You transition from lifetime to lifetime, and you have soul experiences. Sometimes when there's a traumatic transition, the soul does not return back into the alignment of its wholeness. And it can be out of alignment in certain spaces of its experiences on its soul path. So this offers the spaces of the soul that may have experienced trauma and not been returned to your wholeness, yourself, your being. Those that are ready in alignment with where your consciousness is at this time to return back into your wholeness. And so that was facilitated, and there were several spaces of you that returned into your wholeness. Then I moved to the heart center. And this is the Sacred Heart Reconnection space where the being you remember more of your wholeness. This is the doorway to the I am within. This is the corridor, the passageway, the space in which you flood into your human now space. It's all about the heart. And so the I am within was blessed, reconnected, and strengthened. And then this blessing moves outward and around the being, and there's an impenetrable shield of love placed around your body and your being that emanates love out and also emanates love into you from source. And so that was done, and peace and balance is always placed over the throat. But in this particular session, when I placed the peace and balance over the throat, and it's offered, nothing's put in you, it's only offered to you to receive. And your being was in a receptive space. But usually it's always the throat area no matter what. But then in this particular case, when I did that, I also noticed that it went over your mind. So your thought processes, your belief structures, your opinions, your behavioral traits, peace and balance energy was offered to this space of you. It also went over the heart center to offer coherence between the brain and the heart, which then emanates out to the magnetic field, your field, of how you create your world and how you anchor your world. And also the peace and balance was over your hands and over your feet, which was really beautiful. So everything you touch and everywhere you go, there is peace and balance available at a new level. I heard this saying, and so I share it with you. You do with it what your inner knowing offers you. And if nothing comes up immediately, allow for space. Allow and see what happens over the next few days or weeks. But I heard, she will always love you. She will always love you. So whether that she is you or whether that she is a family member, a friend, a love, I don't know what that is for you, but that's what came through. She will always love you. I did hear a name. I heard it pronounced two different ways. I share that with you as well. I don't know if it means anything to you, but it's not my job to assume one way or the other. It is my job to share everything I receive. So I heard the name Jennifer, but I also heard you could say it. I spelled it also Jennifer with an A. Colors began to flood in. Bright white light flashed. More movement in the head, the mind, and the brain. A lot of energy moving in the third eye center. There was energy in all of the body moving at all the times. A lot in the face, the nose, the mouth, the lips, the forehead, brow line, inner mind, thought processes, neural pathways, throat center, heart center. A lot of energy was in movement. You got understanding that if you choose to, you could work with some crystal energy right now. And right now it would really benefit you to work with Onyx and red Jasper. So you could look and see if you already own some of those pieces and or find some to put next to you by the bed or in your area that you spend time in, or wearing them on your body. Onyx and red Jasper. I also heard, and I share everything. You do with it what you will, but I heard cinnamon and I heard apple pectin. Then I saw you standing in all of your beauty. And yes, I see all of your beauty. And to me, that is all spaces of you. I read your email and I understand your words, and I've heard them before from others. And when I reflect to you or relay to you that you are beautiful, it is every space of you that is beautiful. Every space. So it's beautiful and it's expansive to receive your emails. Reference that as well. But I saw you in all of your beauty, and I saw angels coming in, and they were surrounding you. So you were standing in the center, and the angels were just coming in different spaces, wings out, and they were just standing around you. And they are with you at all times, and they are there for many reasons. And you may lean into that and begin to expand that connection more and more. They are not outside of you in a sense, that they are a part of you and you are a part of them, because we are one, but they are the experiences of the consciousness in those individual spaces. And I know you know this because I picked up on this in your wording as well, in your video. So in the space that I saw, they sang to you, and rays of light cascaded in and down around you. And then I heard again, red Jasper, and I heard it 3 times, red Jasper, red Jasper, red Jasper. I then saw a yellow dove, and I heard new earth, multidimensional dove. Yellow representing the 3rd chakra, having to do with wisdom, joy, ego, identity, optimism, the solar plexus, and the dove is the sign of peace. So peace is coming to all of these spaces of you, and it is part of the space of you, and that is also moving into these higher spaces of you, connecting into this shift, this vibrational space of higher alignment. Then there was energy surging in your hand centers. You may have felt also the floating sensation. Again, I felt the out-of-body sensation. You may have known you've gone out of body. You may be very aware of where you went and what you saw, or you may have just felt as if you went very, very deep or fell asleep. There's many ways in which people perceive this. Sleep is never bad. Some people think, oh, I slept my session away. Sleep is what happens when you need you to get out of the way so you can have all the stuff done that is being done without judgment, attachment, fear, or anything. So no matter how you experienced it, it was done in the way that was of most benefit for you. But you were floating, you were traveling through the quantum, the vastness of you. And there was a light language activation done for you, on you, by you, to you, with you. And so you may, if you haven't already begun speaking the languages of your soul, like I do, that may begin to happen for you. If you've already been doing it, it may strengthen and just expand. But nothing is forced on anyone. You are a sovereign being of light, and all is your choice to navigate as you choose to. And then it was really beautiful, because as the session was beginning to close, I felt your being, and you took a huge breath, and you were just in a space in which you were breathing even at a different vibration of you. Incredibly beautiful, incredibly powerful, deeply honored to have held this space with you. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to share, and I will return your email as soon as I possibly can. This is an incredibly beautiful, sacred space, expansive space. I suggest you may rewatch the video a few times, because you will pick up on different spaces at different times of rewatching based upon how you are being is able to receive it. And there's energy throughout the entire thing. So thank you unendingly for all that you are and all that you are being in this now. We are all here for a divine purpose of unfolding that is truly magnificent. And we are aligning with the ones that we are here to do this with. And I am honored and grateful that our paths aligned. Unending blessings upon you, Divine Sandra. Unending. Ashane Iana Oa. Ashane Iana Oa Kea.